I do want to just quickly go through some of the players for Team USA and talk about what they did. Starting with Jully. So Jully, as you all know, did not play in today's game. She did not, but she did play in all the other games, or she did play in all the other games, and she played. She gave good minutes. When Jully was out on the court, I thought she gave good minutes for this team. She won her first um W or her first Olympic gold medal for Jully. So shout out to Jully. I thought she did what she was asked to do for Team USA. Yes, she did not get as much time as she was probably expecting, as some of us fans were expecting. But hey, she makes it happen, and she gets her first Olympic medal. Also, another player with their first Olympic medal is Kalia freaking Copper. Yeah, Kalia Copper. She's a huge reason why Team USA won today. Huge reason. And it's not just about stats. It's not. Yes, she did finish with 12 points in today's game. She had 5 rebounds. Great, great, great. It was impact though, because guys, you cannot just read a stat sheet and know how a player did. You can't. You cannot do that. This is a team that has players who make an impact that does not get shown on the stat sheet. What Kalia Copper did when she came in today's game, you cannot describe that in a stat sheet. Like, it doesn't show it. The stats does not show how impactful she was today. It doesn't. It does not show how impactful she was. She turned this team around. She was impactful on the defensive end, playing some tough defense, and on the offensive end, she was able to knock down big shots. Get to the free throw line, make her free throws, which was extremely important in today's game. That's what Kalia Copper did. So far in the tournament, she had 8.2 points a game that she averaged, 3.4 rebounds a game, and 1.2 assists per game. Kalia freaking Copper. Yes, she didn't play as much as maybe she should have in some other games, but she really started to play a lot in that Australia game. In that Australia game, she averaged she had 20 minutes in that game. Today's game, she had 22 minutes. In the other games, didn't really play as much, but they really needed her to step up in the game against Australia, in today's game against France, and Kalia freaking Copper did that. That's why they call her KFC. She's cooking up something delicious, and she is killing it, okay? She also gets her first Olympic gold medal. Guys, next up, I do want to talk about another player who got her first gold medal, and that is Sabrina Ionescu. Sabrina Ionescu gets her first gold medal in today's game against France. I thought Sabrina Ionescu was a huge difference maker in this game. Again, stats don't say everything. Sabrina Ionescu ended up with 0 points in this game. 0. That doesn't tell her impact. Doesn't tell her impact at all. She played 10 minutes in this game in the second half, and all 10 minutes were huge for this team. She got us rolling with momentum. It felt like it was almost, it was two assists in particular that she gave to a two fantastic passes that she gave to Napheesa Collier for easy layups. And it was huge. Like, again, guys, stats don't tell it all. If you look at the stats and you look at what Sabrina did, and you're probably like, whatever, she didn't play that good. No, Sabrina Ionescu was very impactful in her 10 minutes in that second half. I wish she would have got it in that first half. I think it probably would have been a more easy flowing game for Team USA. But Sabrina Ionescu did her thing today. I thought she was impactful for this entire Olympics. She averaged 5.5 points a game, 3.3 assists. Again, guys, she's not the normal point guard for Team USA, right? Chelsea Gray is the only real point guard that this team has, but Sabrina Ionescu knows how to pass the ball. She has gotten so much better at passing the ball. She also has gotten a better shot. Overall, her game is a lot better, and she actually plays defense now. This is a player who, in the past, yes, absolutely, people can talk about her sleeping on defense. She used to do that, in my opinion. She used to sleep on defense. This year, no. She's good. She's good. And she made a big impact for Team USA today and is a huge reason why Team USA was able to get the dub today. Yes, she had 0 points. But guys, it does not tell the whole story. It does not tell the whole story at all. She was very impactful for this Olympics, for this gold medal. And she should hold her head high, knowing that she did what she needed to do. In my opinion, she exceeded expectations. Because again, it's not about the stats. It's not about the stats. It's about impact. And she had huge impact. All right. Lindy says, I like Sabrina too. She made a big impact. Yeah. Marvin says Sabrina came in and settled the team down and got us some easy shots before everybody was turning over the ball. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Paula agrees, said stats do not tell the full story. Yeah. It doesn't. And stats are great. I love stats. I absolutely love stats. Stats are awesome, but it doesn't tell the whole thing. Next up, I do want to talk about J.O., Miss Jackie Young. So Jackie Young in today's game, I thought she played fine. In today's game. She ultimately did get fouled out in this one. She ended up with 2 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. I think the thing about Jackie Young is Jackie Young can also, similar to other players, sort of make a big impact without scoring a lot of points. Jackie Young missed a lot of shots. A lot of Team USA missed a lot of shots today. But I like the physicality that Jackie Young brings to Team USA. Jackie Young is similar, in my opinion, to Alyssa Thomas. Solid body who is going to play some hard-nosed defense. She's going to get after you. And I thought J.O., what she was able to do on the defensive end was huge. Absolutely huge for us. Yes, again, she ends up with 2 points. She made an impact in this game. She couldn't hit her shot at all. And also I feel like some of those fouls against her were a little bit too soft, in my opinion, for FIBA. But she gave us 28 pretty good minutes. Yes, she turned over the ball. Yes, she did. Yes, she made some mistakes. However, I thought she played pretty decently. Ultimately, she finishes the tournament with 9.5 points a game, 2.3 rebounds, and 2.3 assists. This is Jackie Young's second Olympic gold medal. She won one last Olympics in Tokyo when she played for the 3x3 team for Team USA. And her 3x3 teammate, where is she? Here we go. Her name is Kelsey Plum. And y'all, whenever KP is celebrating anything, KP has a cigar in her mouth. This girl, I don't know, I guarantee you she must have brought cigars in her luggage or something, because she always celebrating anything. KP has a cigar in her mouth. But anyway, KP was able to get another gold medal. This is the second gold medal for her. She also won a gold medal for the 3x3 in 2021. And so she did her thing. I thought she was huge in this game. She was absolutely huge. Hit 2 big 3-pointers for Team USA. She wasn't a liability really on defense, which is pretty good for Team USA. Ultimately, she finished the game with 12 points, had 4 assists in this one. And for the tournament, she finished with 6.5 points and 3.2 assists. KP gets the job done, and she is, of course, celebrating with a cigar. Sesnatch says KP's happiness is infectious, as is her enthusiasm for the game. Yeah. JJ, I completely agree. Yeah. When Kelsey Plum, towards the end of the game, Kelsey Plum got fouled. Kelsey Plum goes to the free throw line. Kelsey Plum, instead of looking crazy serious, and stressed out, Plum is smiling. She is happy, and the whole time in my head, I'm like, girl, you better make these free throws. I know you all happy, but at the same time, at that time it was a 2-point game. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, it's a 2-point game, girl. You better make both of those. You better not be that happy if you miss, okay? And she made both of them, and she was fine. But yeah, she was cheesing on those free throws. She was very happy. I was like, girl, you better make those free throws, and the rest of us will be happy. But if you miss them, we're gonna be mad at you. We're gonna be mad at you. All right, let's continue on. Let's talk about Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas has won her first gold medal for Team USA. And she has absolutely done her thing for Team USA. When we talk about Alyssa Thomas, we talk about her hard-nosed defense. That's what she brings to the team. She brings hard-nosed defense. She brings passing and whatnot. Today, overall, didn't play that well. Alyssa Thomas did not play that well, in my opinion, today. She didn't. In my opinion, she did not play that well. But in the other games, she was largely impactful. Largely impactful in a lot of the other games. And so that is a thing. She ultimately finishes the tournament with 3.8 points a game, 4.8 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. When we talk about Alyssa, she's a brick wall. She's a freight train, whatever you want to call her. She is a player who can settle the team down. She can play the point forward role. And while, in my opinion, she wasn't as effective today, in other games, including the Australia game, including the Nigeria game, including the Germany game, incredibly impactful. All right, so today, I didn't think she played that well. I wonder if maybe she was a little bit hurt, because there was one part, I don't know if y'all noticed this, there was one part in the game where if it looked like she was grabbing her shoulder. Like it looked like her shoulder was bothering her in this game. And guys, let me know in the comments if y'all noticed that too. To me, she didn't play her normal self. She didn't play like AT today. She didn't. And I wonder if she's dealing with the injury or something. Of course, we know that she's working with two basically broken shoulders. But she's been playing with that like that for a while. But I wonder if something else happened or something, because she did kind of hold her shoulder for a little bit in the game, and I was like, oh, did something happen? Is that why she's playing the way she's playing? Because to me, she didn't play like Alyssa Thomas. She didn't play that well today. She didn't. And so yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Okay. Vaughn noticed it. Okay. Jasmine says, yes, I noticed. And the commentators talked about her torn labrums. Yeah, I mean, we know. Yeah, she's had those torn labrums for a long time. So like, I don't. It feels like something new must have happened in addition, or maybe it's flaring up, or I don't know, something. CAC says, I noticed her moving her shoulders weird and grabbing it, and the announcers did too. Yeah, I don't know. We all know she shoots funny. We all know she has broken shoulders that she's playing with. However, she's been playing fine without it. But I wonder if it's like giving her some additional discomfort or something. I'm not sure. It's very weird. And I think that's what sort of contributed to her playing bad in today's game. But very impactful for Team USA this tournament. And she gets her first gold medal. All right, let's quickly go through the rest of these real quick. All right, let's go to Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray, the point guard. Chelsea Gray has largely struggled. In the Olympics. She was the starter for every game for Team USA this tournament. Finished with 1.3 points a game, 1.2 rebounds, and 5.2 assists. Now, Chelsea Gray is not the Chelsea Gray that we know from last year. She's not. She's not back. She's not there yet. She did have some pretty good games where she was passing the ball really, really well, especially that first game against Japan. She's passing the ball really well. And then largely, that version of Chelsea Gray kind of disappeared a little bit. And she struggled. For a good portion of the time, she looked slow. She just wasn't with the speed of the game. And yes, part of that is because she's still just getting back from injury, and that's the thing. Absolutely. But Chelsea Gray, she did her best. She tried her best. In my opinion, she shouldn't have been starting. But But hey, she is a multi-Olympic gold medal. I think gold medal winner. Chelsea Gray is going to be back, and she's going to be back to the same Chelsea Gray that we know that she is. But yeah, she wasn't fully healthy in my opinion. In my opinion, she wasn't. Maybe she'll say otherwise, but in my opinion, she was not. But it's up to the player. The player plays. It's up to the coaches to make decisions about who plays and whatnot. And it was a decision to keep her in, let her play a lot. That's what she did. I thought her passes at flashes were huge. That's what Chelsea Gray does well. Passing the ball, that's not a problem. That's not an issue. That's not an issue at all. It was just sometimes that I felt like she was a little bit too slow on defense at times, and also on offense sometimes too. But overall, she's a player who can take care of the ball. Today she had 3 turnovers, but before that, she wasn't averaging no real turnovers. So yeah, I think that Chelsea Gray, she is normally an awesome player. She's not fully back yet, in my opinion. So yeah, well, congratulations though. I mean, because again, guys, she won a freaking gold medal. Like that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. For her to win another gold medal. It's one of those things where it's kind of hard. Where I wanna like congratulate every player and whatnot, but I also wanna like recognize reality and recognize what we actually saw on the court. And she did struggle. She absolutely did struggle. But she was able to grit through it, and Team USA gets the dub. Guys, and Chelsea Gray wins her 2nd Olympic gold medal. Next up, let's talk about Napheesa Collier. Napheesa Collier, she has won another gold medal. This is her 2nd gold medal for Napheesa Collier. Napheesa Collier plays for the Minnesota Lynx, same place as Shariv, and Napheesa Collier. I thought, like, initially in the tournament, I thought she wasn't playing that well. And then as the tournament continued to go on, I thought she continued to play better and better and better and better. Again, not the normal Napheesa that you see in the WNBA, but this Napheesa was still pretty good though. She was still pretty good. Ultimately, Napheesa Collier had 7 points today, 11 rebounds against France. And she made it happen. My favorite game for Napheesa, it was really that it was really the second. It felt like the second half of that Germany game and on. I thought she played a lot better. I thought she played a lot more aggressive, and she got back to being the tough, like more of the tougher Napheesa that we know she is. Napheesa can play some defense. She's tough. And initially to start the tournament, I didn't think she was playing tough. I thought she was playing soft, and I said that. But then as the tournament went on, I thought she played better. Is this the same Napheesa as in the WNBA? No, because again, similar to other players, Napheesa Collier is coming off of an injury, so she is not fully back yet. So we didn't see the same Napheesa Collier. But she did play a lot better in the last several games, in my opinion, at least. And ultimately she does, end up, making it happen for Team USA. She averaged 6.7 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 1.3 assists for the tournament for Napheesa Collier. And again, guys, this is her second. This is her second gold medal. All right. Next up, Brittney Griner. So I talked a little about Brittney Griner today, earlier, talking about, hey, it just means more that she was able to win another gold medal, and that is absolutely true. Guys, she is doing her thing. This is her 3rd gold medal for Brittney Griner. Brittney Griner, as I said earlier, I thought that she was very impactful in today's game. She played way less minutes than she should have. She should have played way more in today's game, but she ultimately did finish with 4 points. Very impactful in the 4 minutes that she actually was able to get in the game. But she finished the tournament averaging 7.3 points a game, 4.2 rebounds a game, She's a player who is a big body. She's a threatening force in the post. And you better watch out if you're going against Brittney Griner. I thought that Brittney Griner, could have played a lot more minutes. She did not play a lot of minutes, especially in today's game, which is a thing. But overall, she does what she needs to do. She's again not the same player she used to be. She's not at all. But she's still very impactful. And again, guys, she's still 6'9", so it's kind of crazy. All right, next up, of course, got to talk about Stewie. Breanna Stewart is sort of an elder statesman of sorts for Team USA, which is kind of weird for her to be like an elder statesman when she's still very, 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 very young. This is Breanna Stewart's third Olympic gold medal. And yeah, she did her thing. Again, guys, in my opinion, she's the second best player on this team, and she played well. In today's game, she didn't play that great. She was okay. 8 points in today's game against France in the gold medal game. But in the tournament, Stewie did her thing. She was in contention for the MVP, but ultimately A'ja Wilson ran away with it. More on A'ja Wilson in just a sec. But Stewie averaged 16.3 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, and 2.8 assists during the NCAA tournament. And again, she wins her third Olympic gold medal. And guys, I mentioned her earlier. Got to talk about it. A'ja freaking Wilson. A'ja Wilson. A'ja was A'ja. She was absolutely dominant in this tournament. Yes, A'ja Wilson at times not play like her normal A'ja Wilson self, but even a not so great A'ja Wilson is still better than just about every single player in the rest of the world. All right? That's how good A'ja Wilson is. Ultimately, today she had a terrible night. She shot very inefficiently from the field. So far, she was averaging really high marks for her field goal percentage. But today, she shot only 42%, which is very low for A'ja Wilson. It's pretty good for everybody else, but for A'ja Wilson, it was low. She had 21 points in today's game, 13 rebounds. Guys, 4 blocks. A bad A'ja Wilson game, a mediocre A'ja Wilson game is just better than everybody else. It just is. Similar to other players on Team USA, A'ja didn't play the best game today. She but still, it's still better than everybody else. Like that's how good A'ja Wilson is. That's how good she is. It's just crazy. So again, for the tournament, A'ja Wilson averaged 18.7 points a game, 10.2 rebounds a game. And guys, A'ja Wilson's going to get at you with these blocks. She averaged 2.7 blocks a game. Again, 4 blocks today. Like it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I know Anna said 21 points, 13 rebounds, 4 blocks, terrible game. I know. It just shows how great A'ja is. Like it's funny. It is funny. It's funny to say that that's a bad game. That's a struggling game, not a bad game. That's a struggling game for A'ja Wilson. It just shows how good she is. She's just better. Like it just is what it is. It just is what it is. Sesnatch says that's a good observation. She's the best, even though that wasn't her best. Yes. Sesnatch, absolutely. A'ja Wilson is the best, regardless if she's actually playing at her best. That's how good A'ja Wilson is. That's how good she is. She was fouled a lot. Guys, France was destroying us with fouling. Like, absolutely. They fouled us so much, it was crazy. Absolutely crazy. How much we were fouled. We were fouled so much. And the refs didn't really call it. Because, again, this is international ball. So they're not going to call a lot of stuff that the WNBA will call. It is what it is. But yeah. Future Ghost says, imagine if this was a good game for her. Oh, yeah. If this was a good game for A'ja Wilson, she would have had like about 35 points. Probably 7 blocks. It's just, she's just better. Like, she's just better. Like, it just is what it is. It is what it is. And guys, I can't talk about Can't talk about Team USA women's basketball without saying farewell to some of the GOATs, guys.